Hey, Facebook, all my friends and followers. Those of you guys that just added me, welcome to my channel. As most of you guys know, my name is Sean. I do a lot of these videos to help you, lift you up, inspire you, see different things, see different ideas, new perspectives, this, that, and the fourth. Now, with that being said, guys, I heard a quote recently, and it really resonated with me, and I'd like to go over it with you. And it's the title of this video, okay? Let's get into it. The title of this video, I need you because I love you, or I love you because I need you. You get to a point in your life where you don't understand your path, your travel, your way, okay? And it can be a little rocky, it can be a little rough, okay? Now, when it gets a little rocky and a little rough, it can put you in a place that you don't want to be, okay? Now, if that happens because of decisions you're making, okay, you're part of half of this group that I'm talking about. I love you because I need you, okay? You'll end up finding out that you're going to love somebody because you need what they provide. You need what they give. You need what they harvest, okay? People in life will harvest different things, okay? They will harvest knowledge, they will harvest truth, they will harvest value, they will harvest money, they will harvest gifts, they will harvest knowledge, spirituality, blessings, okay? And if you often find that you need these kinds of people, you need these kinds of things, you'll often find that you love somebody because you need them, okay? Now, while that's not necessarily a bad thing, okay, you'll often find that these are the people that sometimes, and a few of you guys use the word leech, okay? They leech onto you because they need to be around you to continue providing that empowerment, that benefit, that overcoming gift that they have and they harbor within themselves, and they provide that on a pretty consistent basis. And so as you go on, sometimes they just realize that's who they are to you, okay? And you'll realize that these people will just keep taking and taking and taking and taking, not necessarily actual physical things, guys, but they'll take your time, they'll take your knowledge, they'll take your empowerment, they'll take your title, they'll take your growth, they'll take everything from you, okay? Now, my word of caution on this is, guys, this can be a great relationship, okay, if you know how to reciprocate what they are giving back, okay? And for those of you guys that are just joining me and watching right now, we're discussing the difference between the title that I titled this video, which is I need you because I love you, and I love you because I need you. And right now we're discussing why sometimes people will love you because they need you, okay? They need your worth, they need your value, they need your success, they need your inner well-being, okay? So having had touched up on loving you because they need you, let's go on to the other half, okay? I need you because I love you, okay? Now, I'm going to break this down into a couple of categories here, okay? And you guys feel free to start, talking. And while this video is going, I do these videos on live so that you guys can join in and share your thoughts and share your ideas. Okay. So value number 1 is they love you because you have time. Okay. So, and I'm writing a list here so that you guys can see this as I go. Okay. So they want your time. Now, when I mean they want your time, I don't mean staying single is not necessarily a bad thing, Richard. And if you get to a point where you need to collect all of these bullets, okay, then that's where you benefit from being single, okay? Being single is a journey of collecting the tools and resources within yourself and of others to make your life make sense. Does that make sense, buddy? So when people say, I need you because I love you, and they're taking your time because they recognize that you need them as well, okay? And that's one of the 2 key factors here, all right? Time is very valuable, and time is also very wonderful, okay? You guys watching, time is what? You go through the grocery store, you go through the part store, you go through any store, you see a part on the shelf, a part in the store. Now, what usually is on that part on the shelf? A price tag, right? Yeah, time is priceless, guys. But it's valued at a price. Your life. Right? If your life is worth time and you value that time, then you need to express that you value that time. Meaning, if they're giving you your time, okay, you really shouldn't be wrapped up in something else that's more important to you. You shouldn't be wrapped up in something that could be put off a little bit. You shouldn't be wrapped up in something that can consume you at a later moment, when the both of you, because you love them, can work together. Okay? Now, this love, guys, doesn't mean that you are intimately in love. It doesn't mean that you are physically in love. Being in love with somebody means that you see not the outside of them, but the inside of them. Okay? What they are worth, what they give, how they act, how they respond, what gifts they provide, how they respond to your approach. Okay? So the first one was time. Okay? The second one we're going to call gifts of life. Okay? Now, the gifts of life, guys, that I'm talking about here, we're going to go through a couple, just one. Well, now let's go through about 3 or 4 of them. Okay? The gifts of life that I'm talking about is knowledge. Okay? When you provide knowledge for somebody else, you are providing a very vital part of life. You're providing this empowerment to somebody that they can hold to take with them as they journey through their own life, guys. Let me kind of break this down, okay? I've met a lot of you guys, some of you guys that are watching right now, okay? I've met a lot of you guys. Any of you guys watching after this is live and posted, I appreciate that. But as I went through my life, I met and ran up into you, okay? There was a reason I ran up and met you guys, for a reason. Now, we're going to kind of tie two of these symbolic ideas of this video in this video, okay? This is going to be a faith-based and a life-based video, okay? So God, okay, yes, I am a firm believer, okay? But we're going to leave that aside on this video, just so that we throw that out there, okay? I ran into you for a reason. Now, because I ran into you, you gave me some knowledge as I befriended you, okay? I didn't just run up to you just to say hi and run away. I ran up to you, sometimes almost literally ran up to you, and I met you, and having had talked to you, you gave me some life advice as we hung out, as we talked, got to know one another, got to be here, got to be there, all kinds of things, okay? So you gave me the gift of life, of knowledge, okay? The other one, the gift of life, is you provide me some comfort, okay? So that's going to be the second gift of life, okay? Right here, comfort. Now, if you provide me comfort in a temporary situation, that's fine. That was what you were called to do in my life, okay? For whatever reason, okay? Now, I need you because I love you. When you provide comfort, you're voluntarily providing that comfort in any condition and situation that may arise in my particular life. Now, it would be foolish and arrogant of me not to provide the same wealth of knowledge and comfort to you, okay? And that's also to recognize when you need some comfort as well, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean that I have to read something in literal text that you need some level of comfort. Maybe you're just not talkative today. Maybe you're just not thinking of, sunshines and rainbows. You may not be thinking of smiles and laughter, okay? You might be thinking of something dark. You might be thinking of moments that weren't really happy to you, okay? So you need some comfort, right? That was the second one, guys. The third one, I'm going to call new ideas, okay? A lot of times, guys, when you run into somebody, you'll end up gaining something new. They'll give you something of value that's new to you that you hadn't already learned in life, okay? It will be knowledge, be comfort, how to comfort your own self, okay? Sometimes they will give you new ideas on how to approach a condition, how to approach somebody, how to approach this particular problem you're facing. Like just the other day, all right, I was going through a rough time, and somebody that was very dear to me just mentioned out of the blue, well, why don't you try this approach and see if that works a lot better? Because I noticed that the way you're approaching the situation is doing you a lot more harm than it is good, because you're scatterbraining yourself. You're putting different things of yourself in other areas to see if you can tackle them, and that's not very effective. I mean, they actually even said, now take a step back for a second, guys. Think about how you're approaching this. And I said, okay, let me take a step back. So I thought about it. I said, yeah, I have a lot of things scatterbrained around here, and I don't really know what to tackle first. So that kind of added more than it was reducing what I needed to remove, okay? So that was a new idea. A lot of times it could actually even be a new idea. One thing in life that one of my buddies had mentioned to me was, wow, I thought they were just goofing off, had I been working for a company for a long while, and I said, okay, let me put some time under my belt for this company, and maybe that was because I just need to prove that I could be somewhere, okay? Time went on and on and on and on, and this person and myself realized that we were worth more. We were worth way more than we had valued ourselves at being in the company, okay? That's not saying that we don't like the work we're doing. That is saying we've already learned the work we're doing currently. We're not learning anything new, okay? When you get to a peak, guys, in life, you end up climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing, and eventually this hill plateaus. And then the hill just rides you down, okay? So you end up packing up your stuff and you climb up this direction, right? You climb up here, and 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 just when you get to this part here, it starts to plateau almost, right? It starts to level out almost, because you're about ready to climb over the crest of life, okay? Or the problem, or the situation you're facing and enduring right now, okay? This could be a job, this could be family, this could be finances, this could be debt you're facing, this could be an argument you're having right at the very moment, sometimes actually literally an argument, okay? And then once you come to a point, it will start like a roller coaster. It'll start gaining momentum and it'll just start falling off, okay? So when they're giving you a new idea, they're helping you plateau. So when you get to that point, they're just going to say, okay, when they get here, what they should really do, okay, is say, all right, you got this from here, right? Now, they would be foolish to leave you at this particular moment, okay? So what they should do is they should follow you with your path, because at the very end is your celebration. And if they carried you and helped you up there, then they should be there to watch you celebrate to get there. Not actual cake. I mean, if you guys want to celebrate with a slice of cake because you were able to get there, then have yourself a piece of cake. I really don't care, all right? Cake is good. You can see myself. All right, guys. Anyway, so again, back to the description here, is you want to get to that point where that new idea is going to help you hurdle over that obstacle that you've been facing. So that was the third gift of life that they're giving you, okay? And the fourth one is the encouragement. Okay? Actually, we're going to list fifth one here, okay? So they're going to give you a sense of encouragement, okay? There may be moments in life that you get to a particular person and they're kind of just saying, oh, we'll do this and do that. You know, that's an idea, right? But when they voluntarily initiate, okay, when we initiate that start sequence, that initiation phase, okay, to be able to do something, start a new project, see something new, be somebody new, get over something that you haven't done before, okay? That's a gift of life that you should never take for granted, okay? Now, people that love you because they need you often don't offer that, okay? They often don't reciprocate. They will give that to you, but they will never reciprocate, okay? Or see the reciprocation, okay? That's a key, guys. When they love you because they need you, they will never be able to fully visually understand the reciprocity of the value in encouragement, okay? But people that need you because they love you will know that it needs to be returned. It needs to be given back, okay? And the last one here, guys, is I'm going to do... I know this isn't really a word. I'm going to make it up anyway, guys, for the sake of this video. But it's a voluntarian, okay? When they voluntarily will initiate and encourage something within you, okay? Let me give you guys an idea. I'll be honest, okay? You guys watching me, some of y'all's rooms are a disaster. Let's be real. I got my hand raised. I know some of you guys have yours raised too. Alright? I'm watching you guys. I've seen some of your room. Don't lie to me. I miss you, Colton. I'm not just reciprocating that because you mentioned in this video, man. You really are a part of the second half, which is I need you because I love you. You know, you can love somebody because they bring goodness to you. They bring value to you. They bring value in your life. They bring value to certain parts of your life, certain parts of your growth. Okay? So, going back to my room, guys. Somebody mentioned the other day, oh, my room is a disaster. I think I'm going to clean it up today. Alright? Who here procrastinates like nobody's business? I do. Right? We all do, guys. Don't lie. I know you do it. Sometimes you don't want to pay your bills on time. Sometimes you don't want to make a car payment. Sometimes you don't want to go into work. Sometimes you don't want to take care of the kids. Not that you shouldn't, guys. But sometimes you just kind of want to put some of these things on hold. Okay? Sometimes you don't want to go drive to go do an errand. Sometimes you don't want to go get the mail. Sometimes you don't want to mow the lawn. Some of these things, guys, you just don't want to do at a particular moment, right? We procrastinate to prolong the required time of completion, okay? Because we don't have the effort and motivation to do it, okay? But sometimes there will come a time when someone that you idolize, okay, this could be a person, an idea, a thought, will encourage you to pick up after yourself in literal terms and in figurative terms. Because they mentioned that their room was dirty and they were going to clean it up, I said, why not? If they're going to do it, I might as well do mine too, because we can knock out two birds with one stone. If you end up getting to a point where you socialize with this particular individual, these groups of people, and they take a break to go take care of something that needs to be taken care of, and you sit there and twiddle your thumbs, okay, they're not really valuable to you then, okay? If you're twiddling your thumbs because it's been completed, guys, that's a whole nother subject, a whole nother issue, okay? But if you sit there and twiddle your thumbs having had it not completed, they're not valuing you. They're not giving you something that you are going to value, you are going to love, you are going to carry with you, okay? Now, the third thing that I'm going to mention is the communication, okay? Now, communication, all right, bullet number 3, communication. the communication in both scenarios is a little bit different, but not as quiet. Okay, so let's go with I love you because I need you. Okay, so the communication often in terms ends up coming out to be last minute. It turns out to be urgent. It turns out to be without further information. They're withholding valuable ideas in these situations, in these scenarios, okay? But if you need somebody because you love this person or these people, okay, often and not, you will end up loving them because they reciprocate information, they reciprocate communication, they reciprocate valuable ideas that will help you, that will guide you, that will encourage you and inspire you and will cherish you and, make you joyful, make you happy, make you wondrous, make you glad, all these emotions, okay? And they won't do it because you was told to. You will know that this type of love exists because they do it on a voluntary basis, guys. I don't know if you guys are catching on here, but the second part of this situation of the video in the two phrases, okay? The second one is on a voluntary basis. The first one is on an immediate and urgent basis, okay? And communication will often come at random. It will often come in need. It will often come sometimes even in a kinetic and psychic way when you need somebody because you love them, okay? You will often feel like you need to talk. You will often feel like you have some communication. You will feel like you have an idea, a thought that needs to be addressed. And it doesn't always have to be bad. It can be good as well. Okay? So that was bullet number 3, and that was communication. So those were some minor differences as to, do I need you because I love you, or do I love you because I need you? All right? Now, number 4, and this is major. Okay? Now, as you guys remembered, I'm a big believer in the Holy Spirit and the Bible, okay, and Jesus Christ. Now, it talks a lot about one major idea in there. You guys all know what that is. And one of the Bible verses that I'm going to mention is John 3:16, okay? Now, John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only one and begotten Son, okay? Now, with that Bible verse, what does that theory, okay, that idea, what does it give to us, okay? You have a figure that gave someone voluntarily for the good and benefit of all his people, gave himself up. It was a selfless act of love. Okay? So I wrote selfless love. Okay? When someone loves you because they need you, it's usually, and I don't want to say all the time, guys, but for a majority of the reason, they need you because they need something from you. Okay? So they're taking from you. Alright? But 9 times out of 10, these people will usually be the takers. These guys will usually take and take and take. Okay? Now, when you come across someone who needs you because they love you, these are the people that will remember the small details about you. They will remember the finer things about you, the things that made them smile about you. Okay? There's a particular person that I met years ago, and the one thing I will always remember is how amazing this person drew pictures, okay? And I'll always remember how this person wasn't really open-minded. Well, they weren't really open-mouthed, meaning they weren't always speaking about someone. They were usually laid back in themselves. They were listening, observing, taking it in. And when communication and socialization was going, they were usually the ones observing the details that was written in context or even mouth to mouth, okay? And they were usually the ones saying, oh, I hope this has, good impact on you. I think highly of you. When you go home, make sure you get home safely. One day they actually even said, I appreciate, you doing that for me. No one has done that. And I did it because this person usually hasn't been a negative Nancy. And I know Nancy's never really a good name to use because it just popped in out of nowhere, but you don't want someone to always negatively impact what you would like to discuss, what you would like to say. So I need this person because I love this person. This person gives me not one, not two, not three, but all four forms of love. Time, gifts of life, communication, and selflessness. Okay? So, when you approach somebody, guys, alright, the next time that you go up to somebody new, or even someone that you're very close to, let me ask you this question. Do you love them because you need them? Or do you need them because you love them? Okay? Now, remember the key points I just made. Okay? Time, gifts of life, communication, and selflessness. If they reciprocate those 4 acts on a consistent basis, then you know they need you because they love you. But if they take those 4 acts of love, of life, then you know they love you because they need you. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with being needed. Some people are born on this planet, on this earth, to be somebody that these people can just attach themselves to make their lives better, to make their lives a lot happier, okay? That's what this video is about, okay? A lot of you guys have impacted me on a very positive note, okay? So I love you in that I need you, and I need you because I love you, all right? Now, I have started my whole life loving somebody because I needed them, when in reality, what I should have done was needing them because I love them. If you want them to be around, to give them your sense of love, your gift of love, your gift of time, your gift of happiness, your joy, your growth. Guys, let me tell you something here right quick. Not to deviate from this video here. Okay? There's 3 things I look for in somebody that I befriend and potentially look for as a partner to marry. Okay? One of those major things I look for, guys, is people that stick with me, that make me better myself. Okay? not just get through a problem, but give me the wealth, the smile, the joy, the comfort, the giggles, the happiness, the knowledge. If they provide me with that, guys, then that speaks volumes of themselves, their character, and the potential impact that they could be that particular person for me. Okay? Second one is, how do you approach and how do you fit with family? And the third one is, when it comes to collaborating ideas, how do you see those ideas working for not just you, but for us both? Okay? So those three things I look for, but the first one was one I'm trying to drive here, is when I get to a point that I want to talk to these people, this person, or this group of people, okay? Maybe even coworkers, all right? When I get to a point where I want to talk to them because they selflessly are giving me gifts that they could have had for themselves, then it makes me flutter. It makes butterflies in me, okay? It makes me happy. It makes me return to these people. And when you give yourself this form of love, these gifts, not only are you showing me that you're interested and that you have these forms, but I guarantee you guys, mark my words, I will return it 10 times better. Okay? So, I'm going to close this video, guys. I enjoyed you guys that watched. I wanted to give a shout out to all of you guys that did watch. Haley, Michelle, Kathleen, Lorraine, Jessica, Richard, all you guys. I wanted to say thank you for watching during this video. I love you guys a whole lot, and I hope you guys do well with life and endure as much as you can, and see as much as you can, laugh as long as you can, and just withhold all the time that is given to you that we have for us and for us only. Okay? I love you. I can't wait to see you guys struggle and be humans. Alright? I love your journey. God bless you. And I'll see you guys soon. Until next time. Bye.